Welcome to Witch Yes, a podcast for casual conjurings, witches in training, and your hostesses with the mostesses.
I'm Alicia Herder.
I'm Terra Keck. What would you like for your side? No, those are the waitresses. The hostesses. Have a seat here. How many in your party?
Yeah, that's good. I'm thinking we're like the host of like a big gala event or something.
Oh, I'm at the Chili's. You're at the Met Gala.
We're at two different places. I got to get in my little car and pick you up. Beep, beep, bitch. Get in. On today's episode, let us feast.
Oh, I'm mama hungry.
Delicious.
Galas.
Tell me.
It has long been my dream to attend such an event.
Oh, you can find them online easily. You can find them easily.
Wait, no, but you have to like pay money to go
You
to
do.
the gala.
They're a few $100s, but yeah, you can just go.
A few $100. That's impossible. It's a gala. Are they not more expensive than that?
No, like a few $100. I mean, they can be more expensive, but maybe we're giving the name to gala to something that's not a gala.
What's a gala? I feel like a gala, there's small bites, there's a dinner, there's entertainment, there's gowns.
Okay. Yeah, I think what a gala is now is like you pay for your place at the table. There's usually a dinner. I don't know if there's dancing. There are gowns. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want a gala to be, have you ever seen, Bish, have you ever seen this film called Anastasia?
Bitch.
That's what I want.
I keep that shit on repeat.
That's what I think a gala should be.
I have a notes app. And in my notes app for baby names, Anastasia is on there.
Ooh, that's a good one. Is Rasputin there too? Little raspy.
Yeah, it's in the boy section. There's not a lot of boy names.
Well, I know. We're trying to hedge our bets.
Okay, wait. So why do you bring up Anastasia?
Oh, because
That's
the
what you want.
dancing. Oh.
Yeah. Choreographed.
Mm-hmm. That whole moment. That's what I think a gala should be. And I think maybe over time we have been diluting the meaning and the purpose of a gala.
Yeah, what is the purpose of a gala?
Because why can Joe Schmo me go to a gala? That doesn't make any sense. I shouldn't be able to do something like that.
No, I'm one of the poors.
Mm-hmm.
I could work a gala. I could wear that little tuxedo.
I look so cute. I'll be eating your cheese, sneaking your cheese in my mouth.
They're like, what's that smell? Oh, sorry. Too many little cheeses.
Well, that's true. After a certain time, it gets a little dicey.
I have long dreamed of going to the Met Gala, which I understand to be a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
Excellent.
there have definitely been times where like I've had to have the discussion with Michael Bobrinskoy where I'm like, Alicia's not going to take me to the gala. She's going to take Marcel to the gala. So I need you to be my ticket because emerging artists do not get invited to hang out with Madonna.
Well, at one point you won't be emerging anymore.
I'm really long. It's going to
You'll
take
be
me.
seasoned.
I'm like one of those tube worms in the sand at the beach. I'm going to be emerging for a while.
That's okay. Yeah. I mean, maybe I'll take you.
Maybe by the 4th or 5th time, could you take me?
Yeah, absolutely. The second time. I'm not going to make you wait that long. You're my best friend.
I mean, so it's like you'll take Marcel. I assume if your mother is still alive and she's heavily medicated, you can take her to.
I'm giving the universal. I don't know if she would enjoy that, actually. That's why I wouldn't take her. But you know who would enjoy it? Terra Keck. Terra Keck B would enjoy it.
I would a lot.
She's like, please take me.
It's basically a costume party.
It is. You just get to dress up.
And that's like all I ever really want.
Yeah. I think they have these like balls and like Vienna and stuff like that, where you could like actually be in like these not old timey, but like super gorgeous old homes, like mansions of like back in the day. I think that'd be fun to do. So if you want to fly out to Vienna, let's just go to a ball.
Is this a situation where it's cheaper to fly and go to a ball in Vienna?
Is this
than
the
it is to go
Lord
to-
when I
Is this the Lord equation? Baby Witches, one time Alicia flew to where?
where was it? It was Switzerland.
From Los Angeles.
From Los Angeles. Because the Lord tickets were like $60. And it was a more intimate concert too, so it was totally worth it.
Vibe. I get it.
My first time in Europe.
That's just maths.
It was crazy. Yeah, we should just go back to Europe. That's fine.
I would love to do that. You know, this came up in my arts group chat where like people are like, oh, when I'm 80, I'm going to have a Michael Brinskoy has been in here 4 times since we started recording. Every time he walks by me, like in the movie Signs, when the alien goes by the birthday party.
Splash some water on him. Get him out of here.
Oh, God. Swing away. Okay. Finish up, mister.
What's he doing? Give us the play-by-play.
He's fucking flipping his dick around. No, he's looking for stuff for tomorrow. They're recording Joe McMahon's comedy special. He's directing it. Mm-hmm. So he's collecting all of this stuff. So, because their call times are like a little bit early. But anyway, in my group of friends, we were all discussing like, there's this fantasy of like the artists that have the place in the city and then they have like their art studio somewhere else. And Karen Rosencrantz, who's a really wonderful artist, and she owns this studio that she lets people curate shows in Manhattan. She has a place out in Wyoming. And then we all started going around being like, I want to have my other studio here and I want to have my other studio there. And I was truly like, I have no idea. People are like, oh yeah, Vienna. Oh yeah, Japan. I'm like, I have no clue of where I would want to have this other place. I know I want to have a beach house.
Mm-hmm. Beach house.
And I know I want to have a little cottage that's across the garden from my friend Alicia's little cottage.
Mm-hmm. Very
but,
cute.
I don't know where that is.
Yeah. Maine. It's just in Maine. Everything's in Maine. All roads lead to Maine. It does get cold. That's true. Yeah, I don't know. Also, like, how much work are you getting done at this other art studio that you have to fly to Japan to get to? This seems like a lot of effort. And once you get to Japan, why would you be doing work? I'd be like, oh, fuck, I'm in Japan, you know?
Yeah, but their idea for them is that it's like old news. It's like, you know.
Oh, my God.
Like, they're not like, oh, I'm in Japan. Like, gotta go to the whatever you fucking do in Japan.
This privileged art group that you're in is astounding.
I know.
Tell them to come to the Vienna Ball with us next year. It'll be a lot of fun.
That's a good idea. Anyway, how are you? Besides, is there anything else? What else is going on? You got Friendsgiving.
We got Friendsgiving. We're going to be in Atlantic City. Holla if you're in Atlantic City. We'll see you at the casino.
Oh my God, gotta make that money.
But yeah, there's that. We have a wedding to go to. The year's almost over. Can you even believe that?
I cannot.
No. It just got cold in LA, so I can kind of believe it, but it went by so fast.
And the getting dark early. Mm-hmm. Totally crazy.
Fucking me up. It's crazy.
I feel like a farmer's almanac being like, yep, and the crops.
The crops are dying. They're withering in front of our eyes.
They're rotting on the vine.
Do you want to talk about Art Basel?
I'm going to be in Miami. I hope you're in Miami. If you see me in Miami, please wave at me, but don't approach me. I'm like a deer. I'm like a moose, really. I will charge.
Oh, dangerous. That's kind of the Miami energy you need to be bringing, though.
Yeah, sunburnt and ready to fight.
Please tell me if you see a banana, like you're going to eat it. Will you be that person? I need you to be that person.
I hope I see him, the artist.
Not the banana.
So I can fucking rip those gold teeth out of his face.
And sell them on the black market.
Yeah, that'd do well.
That would do well. But Thanksgiving's coming up. And so I wanted to know, what is your favorite dish? Your favorite Thanksgiving dish? What are they going to hook you up with this year?
Um,
Are they feeding you this year? I hope they're feeding you this year.
they are feeding me this year. Every year it
Excellent.
gets a little bit better. So my mom, I'm really more of a desserts girl when it comes to food-based holidays.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I finally settled on the fact that like I will not have a Christmas ham style like protein big dish. I'm really more of a sides girl.
Yes.
But my mom makes this delicious apple pie just for me. She like makes the vegan crust and like it's so cute. And then one year she made a bunch of mini ones. Like they looked like Uncrustables, but they're like these tiny handheld pies. And they were so cute. She made like 12 of them and was just like, and for later. So that's kind of what I'm super excited about. And of course, my mom makes her special rolls. She makes these my mom's a big bread person. She's a major sourdough girl. She like previous to the pandemic, like my mom's starter is like 20 years old or something like that. So she makes these really delicious rolls for us from scratch. And like my job during Thanksgiving and Christmas is I cut up the dough and I make them into, they look like Pillsbury crescent rolls.
Ooh,
I like
yes.
roll them up like that and they're all perfectly unified. And if they aren't perfectly unified, I set myself aflame and I become the Christmas roast.
And you are thus perfectly unified.
Yes. What about you? What do you like to eat?
Oof.
Potatoes.
Stop. Mashed potatoes. Stop.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so hard to be seen.
With pepper.
With a pepper. And vegetarian gravy. I always force that upon anyone.
Oh, I should ask for that this year.
Hell yeah.
Is it hard?
No.
What is it?
I can
What's in
send
it?
you a, so I have like a cauliflower, like it's like a roasted cauliflower recipe. And so that has gravy you can put on top of it. So I'll send you that recipe.
Please.
Yeah, because it's mostly mushrooms and then butter, but you can use like Earth Balance and that's vegan. So boom.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Oof.
Done.
That sounds so good.
Yeah. So very good. But I've been making a like fruit salad because I've been realizing at all of these Thanksgivings, there's nothing healthy there for the whole week.
Nope.
So I was like, okay, we actually need some fruit. So I've been
That's
trying to integrate a little bit of more healthy into it.
Mm-hmm.
And even the protein, like you said, like so many things are carb where it's like, yes, I'm going to fuck with the mac and cheese. That sounds delicious. But then you're just eating all these like really heavy things that are awful for you.
Yep.
And last year I remember my stomach just being like in fucking knots. So I'm trying to be conscious about it. Maybe we'll make the cauliflower again. Just like have a vegetable, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so funny too because everyone's like, oh, I'm so bloated and I'm so tired. And I'm like, there are steps that are available to all of you to fix this.
Exactly.
You know what is a fully balanced meal?
Ooh, tell me.
Protein, fiber, carbs, healthy fats, iron, because all of us are deficient. It's got magnesium. You know what else it's got?
What?
Delicious entertainment. I'm talking about our Patreon.
Yes.
She says, it's great. Shout it from the rooftops.
We love it.
So, baby witches, it's almost the end of the year. And Alicia and I have been very conscientious of the fact that you guys have been so patient with us over this year, that we have been working so hard on our personal projects, and that Witch Yes has had to kind of, what's the right word? Has had to be complimentary to those dreams. But you want to know who's really on the front burner for us right now. That is our Patreon members. So if you want 150 extra episodes of Witch Yes, unreleased, secret content even.
Ooh.
Fucking dark web shit.
Secret
That's
gossip.
what we're talking about.
Secret.
For $5 a month, you can gain access to all of this and more. We're going to go on our winter break. Guess who still gets Patreon episodes?
Patreon members. Boom.
Patreon. So they get 2 extra episodes a month. They get to ask us questions. They knew about this feast episode. So I want you to, click the link in our show notes. You're on your phone right now. Or you can go to www.patreon.com/witchyes. Also, baby witches, if you're thinking about perhaps a Yule or Christmas gift for your favorite witch. You can buy your friend a year of Witch Yes Patreon. So not only are they prepaid for all 12 months, they get the whole back catalog and every new episode after that. And like that's like buying your friend an Audible account.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's knowledge and gossip.
And knowledge is power.
It is.
Last week we talked about the Beast of Bray Road. Is it a werewolf? Is it a cryptid? I don't know. You're going to have to listen.
It's very confusing.
And next week, we're going to talk about the occult mysteries of Brother 12. Why is he 12?
Where are the others? Is like Big Hero 6.
Others? And you can find all of this on our Patreon. And like Tara said, so much more. So definitely check it out and get it for the witch in your life.
Get it for me. I'd love to listen to those episodes.
Now back to the food.
Okay, I'm hungry. So feasts. What makes a feast?
Okay. Food, company. I think at the bare minimum, that's what makes a feast. There has to be people there and you have to eat.
So it's more than dinner.
It's more than
Because you
dinner.
can eat dinner alone.
Mm-hmm.
In a feast, there's like this idea of like generosity.
Sharing.
Like you're making food for others.
Yeah.
You come together to eat.
Which is important.
And drink.
You got to eat to survive.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
If
true.
you don't eat, you don't live.
So to start this off, I want to talk about a man near and dear to my heart, and that is Joseph Campbell, the American mythologist and author, who wrote in his book, The Hero with a Thousand Faces, that, quote, "It has always been the prime function of mythology and rite to supply the symbols that carry the human spirit forward."
Beautiful.
Right? That's kind of like, that's a fire line.
That is.
One of the primary purposes of ceremony, tradition, and rituals is to create a space for a community or culture, whether that's individuals or a collective, perhaps a family, perhaps a series of podcast listeners, the ability to turn back and look at themselves as, quote, an imperishable living unit, that we are a continuation, that we are an unbroken line, that we are a massive tree, one family, if you will.
Oh.
So I came across this idea in research about death rituals, the way that we honor the dead and move not only our past loved ones, but also ourselves through this massive transition, right? There's all of these things that we do to kind of help our bodies and our minds and our loved ones process this. And one of the ways that we humans love to honor our dead is through food.
Oh, yeah.
But
Always food offerings that on ofrendas and altars.
Mm-hmm,
Oh, I love that.
And at funerals,
Yeah.
there's food.
There were.
But food and feasting serve many functions in a broader spiritual practice. We give food to spirits or fairies in exchange for amicable coexistence. You don't shoot at me, I don't shoot at you. We feast as a way to create a covenant between the spirit and the animal world. And we feast to express gratitude for the harvest. Ever more esoteric are the types of feasts and foods not meant for humans. Fairy food that keeps weary travelers trapped in time bubbles of the fairy world, or illusory food at fearful witches' sabbats. So let's dive in. So my first section is called A Feast for the Dead. Eat the chocolate croissant, because someday you'll be dead, but if you come to my dumb supper, I'll make you a whole plate.
Ooh.
Feasting is one of the oldest and most widespread technologies humans use to negotiate the border between the living and the dead. Besides putting those motherfuckers in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Those are our two main modes of transporting them.
Yeah.
And it's not only that there should be food, but also the presence of a table is very integral to creating a place setting to, quote, host those that we care for. I thought that was really interesting. So why feasting? Why food? Why not a friendly game of tennis or Super Smash Brothers? And I'm not saying that you can't play PvP with your pop-pop, but food is a really good way to lure him out from the great beyond. Food, as Alicia said, is life. It is energy that must be gathered, prepared, transformed, transmuted, and then shared. And across cultures, food has long been understood not merely as sustenance, but as a carrier of essence, of memory. think of like, oh my gosh, Mima's cookies. And also this like sort of relational obligation where like I make this for you as an expression of my love. Anthropologists talk about food as a medium of exchange, and feeding the dead is a way of acknowledging one's lineage, our respect for that lineage, the way that you still have a relationship with that lineage after their passing, and that this relationship, this is important, is mutually participatory. It's active, right?
I love that.
It's not this sort of sedentary relationship one way across the veil. Like it's a mutual exchange.
No, that makes sense. I was just at my grandma's funeral, and so Lee made cookies and also set out little things of peanuts. And something that I didn't realize but was so true, anytime my grandma hosted, the little peanuts were always there, like a constant. And so it was a great way as like a reminder to my grandma, and that she just always had these little nuts out for anyone who wanted to eat nuts. And let me tell you, everyone ate the nuts.
Yeah.
So good. But it was such a it was an active decision to be like, I'm going to include this because this was something you did when you traditionally hosted.
Mm-hmm. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Aw, Lee. Rites like this often occur at liminal times of the day or year. So sunset, midnight, Samhain, Dia de Muertos, the Hungry Ghost Festival, on and on and on. And these days and times are viewed as thin. Us witches, very familiar with that. And the food itself acts as an anchor point, not just for the spirits, but for us, so that we can safely participate as humans that live in the physical. And this is really interesting to me because I do want to talk about safety. We often think that like as metaphysical travelers and investigators, right, that like we know the lay of the land. There's a couple things that food does that keeps us safe, and that feasting in general keeps us safe, so that, you know, I'm SpongeBob inside of Sandy's air bubble and I can breathe and you can breathe and we can talk to each other. So let's talk about safety. Feasts, or like dinners in general, are great because they are very structured. So you might be saying, Terra, you don't know fucking shit about my Thanksgiving. At my house, it is a bloodbath. But allow me to serve you a counterpoint.
Yeah, is this the bear? What is happening?
I mean, some people, I would say my Thanksgiving, very tame, thank God. Because everybody's dead. So feasts happen at certain times on certain days. It is an appointment-style spirit visitation. This is not spooky ooky startling you at 3 a.m. by standing at the foot of your bed. This is 3 p.m. on Thanksgiving. Be there or be square.
It's true. Be there. Don't get to eat.
Yeah, or it's all going to be gone. Mm-hmm. Don't be late. On that note, feasts happen at the table, grown-up table, little kid table, or otherwise. And this further protects us from that scary foot of the bed surprise. You're only invited here. There's a chair. You sit in the chair.
Yeah.
Peepaw. Eventually, I know sometimes it seems like they last forever, but the feast will eventually end, baby witches. It cannot last forever. Like the Ouija board session, we always eventually say goodbye, and that's good. So guests don't linger about resting their bellies and getting into places that they don't belong, like getting wrapped up in stuff or getting attached to stuff, or, oh my gosh, like sometimes spirits that, like they become covetous of certain items.
Oh, their unfinished business.
Their unfinished business, where I say, girl, 3 deep breaths and let's go. The feasting food, this is interesting. The feasting food is familiar. It's predictable. Yes, I will be bringing a wild card vegan dish every year. And no one will be eating it. But that's their loss.
It is.
I know. Seasonal feasting food is another anchor point for you and spirits as you inhabit the same space. And that's important because feasts are intentional. This is where your power as a person in the physical is really important. You get to set intentions. Mm-hmm. So there are very clear goals, expectations, offerings, and exchanges at feasts. Dinners are basically second lunch for me, but a feast is a time to be present and intentional. And that's very helpful to allow access points for people on the other side. They don't like it too complex.
Yeah. Keep it straightforward. Keep it easy. They're invited. Have the dinner. They can leave.
Yeah, yeah. That they're not doing dishes, baby witches.
No, they're not that good of guests.
Because you do Friendsgiving, so everybody cooks. Does everybody do dishes, or are there like set dish people?
So now some people cook and some people do dishes. Because we got to the problem where we were making too much food.
Oh, fair.
And we were like, oh, there's no feasible way we can eat all of this. So to prevent waste, we only have the essentials, and then we have people cleaning.
Interesting. Is it always the same people that cook, or does it like trade off a little bit?
It trades off.
That's nice.
Yeah. So people can try a dish that they haven't been able to try yet, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm. In the most gendered way possible, my mom, sister, and I are always the ones doing cooking. I do have to be doing cooking because I'm going to be the only one really eating the thing that I'm cooking for my specific needs. And so then the men are the ones that do the cleaning. But in Mike's house, Mike and his mom are the one that do the cooking.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then, I make my like weird little fucking gray
veggie thing,
tofu thing. But yeah, that is really interesting to me.
Oh, that is fascinating. And he has so many siblings. What are they doing?
They're bringing all their children. And then there's Peter.
Who's not doing anything.
I bet that he is maybe doing like
coke in the bathroom. Something important.
I know. Peter, what are you doing? Hey, Peter, you don't listen to this, but if you do, can you give me a little insight into what the fuck you're doing on Thanksgiving for me?
Peter, give us 5 stars.
And also give us 5 stars. It's kind of weird. I know all of you know that this show exists, and yet...
Interesting.
Noble Prince Koi 5 stars. Interesting. That's okay. I'm not emotional about it. So I did mention at the beginning dumb suppers. So let's talk about them. Mm-hmm. I have never been to a dumb supper. Have you?
No.
Okay. But since COVID, I personally alone have been holding private dumb desserts.
Okay. Tell us about that.
I will light a candle and serve whatever cake or sweet that I've made for Samhain and eat it in silence, sometimes with a photograph, sometimes not. And that's the thing about dumb suppers is that they are quiet. Mm-hmm. So the dumb supper comes from Britain, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, those little island guys. But it really took off in Ozark and Appalachian folk magic. So it's like West Virginia, North Carolina, Missouri, that whole area. You set a meal, or a dessert in my case, and leave a chair empty as a bridge to the spirit world. Anyone can kind of come through that link. That's why setting the intention is important. But I will tend to put out maybe a couple pictures as a way to set that intention that there's certain people that I want to make sure know they are invited.
That's nice. And you're clearly telling who's not invited. It's like, is that your fucking picture? No. Well, get out of here.
It is. Well, there's certain people. I heard this recently that, like, if someone's an asshole in life, they're still going to be an asshole in death. It's not like you become like an enlightened being.
No, you're just a ghost.
You're just a ghost. But then at the same time, also, like, the people that are going to show up for you in life are the people that are going to show up for you in death. And the problem with my life is that since I've been young, basically everyone's dead. So I kind of have to,
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't know who's showing up for you.
100% Uncle Eddie's not showing up for me. Uncle Ricky, I don't think so either. Like, fucking 1950s ass names. Anyway, but I want you to imagine, Baby Witch, that chair that you have set out is extending back and back and back through the veil to the other side. It is a bridge. Speaking of the other side, I don't do this, but many people who hold dumb suppers view the spirits as literally living in direct opposition to us or in reverse. So when they set the table or walk around, they do so in reverse.
Like backwards?
Like backwards.
Okay.
So I was not taught this until I was an adult, but like the making the B and the D with your fingers, That's your bread and that's your drink. So whenever you're like setting the table, the idea is that you sit in your chair and you face your plate.
I knew nothing about this B&D.
You put your, what is this, pointer finger and thumb together. That makes a B. So your bread goes on the left side. And then you, with your right hand, if you do the same thing, it makes a D. That's where your drink goes.
Wow.
So at a dumb supper, it would be opposite.
Interesting. And so that means all the forks and all the spoons are flipped?
All the forks and the knives.
Interesting.
I don't know if they layer the plates differently. But anyway, the idea is that everything is set up in reverse. That makes this like more attractive and easier for spirits to access. Because imagine how uncomfortable we are doing things in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to come all the way into the physical realm.
And then it's not even set up for them.
And it's not even set up for them. You haven't even drawn me a bath.
Wow.
What is this? You know I'm allergic to peanuts.
It's truly like the least you could do. Yeah.
Yeah. But the most important aspect of a dumb supper is that it is silent. That's what they mean by dumb. No talking. Silence creates ritual tension. I thought this was interesting. It signals that ordinary social boundaries of dinner time, tell me about your day, dear, how school kids, those are suspended. You're not speaking to each other. You're letting the other guests speak or at least be present. So this is the idea of like you are creating verbal space for messages, for chatter that like maybe you can't hear, but is actively going on as you are in this mutual exchange, this active relationship.
Okay.
All right. Any questions about dumb suppers?
No, it's great.
Obviously, this idea of feast and food as a point of contact with the dead isn't exclusive to Missouri. If we're talking about food rituals in general, Alicia mentioned ofrendas earlier by Dia de Muertos, where offerings of food, drinks, sweets, fruit, bread, salt, cigarettes, tequila are all put out as offerings. If your auntie loved Marlboro Lights, you're putting out Marlboro Lights. It's believed that the departed eat the essence of this food. So you're not literally going to see a fucking tamale float up and get eaten by a little invisible mouth.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
I'd shit.
That's insane.
I'd be like, no.
Not today.
Up. Silence, please. And then they're like, they chew with their mouth open.
Like there's noises? No, that would not be good.
Gross. Yeah. Do you think like ghosts ever even care about ambient mouth clicking like we do? We love to give our listeners.
I think they care. I think some care and some don't. Because Casper cared.
Fair.
His uncles did not care.
They did not.
So it really just depends.
Okay, I have another question about the dead.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm like the professional of the dead right now. So
yeah, you got a lot of dead experience. I once sent this to Jessica Laniato. Of course, she's never answered any of my emails, and I no longer listen to her podcast because it was always putting me in a bad mood.
Oh yeah, she's like, don't have children. The world is burning. It's like whoa. Okay.
Well, not to fucking let the cat out of the bag, but I did find some of the stuff that she says is very problematic and very dismissive of like actual human emotions.
Yeah.
And that's okay because she's allowed to say what she wants. And I'm allowed to not want to listen to her. But one of my questions I had was like mental illness. My grandmother was in a car accident and she had intense frontal lobe damage, which people say like drastically changed her personality. And she had violent bipolar disorder, but a lot of people said that after that accident, it became really intense and worse. And people are always like, oh, when people die, their injuries are like gone. Like their body is healed. And sometimes they're like younger versions of themselves.
Oh, well, it's like, yeah, they're dead.
Yeah. So then I was like, Azel's never invited to the dumb dessert.
Yeah.
But if she were to come, would she be her pre-car accident self? Or would she be this injured brain version of herself? What do you think?
I think you would revert to your most like purest self. So I would think pre-car accident would be my guess with my communication with the dead.
How do you define purest self? Also, I like that my microphone moves now, so I can like do this like.
I know. I'm
lean
so
back
jealous
I'm
that you're
doing.
leaning right now as I'm like
Yeah.
trying to sit up straight.
Wish you were here with my scissor microphone.
I guess like whether that I mean, I guess it's like how you view yourself, like when you feel best about yourself. Like maybe it's right now because we're very hot and attractive and like successful people. Or maybe it's like when you were 6 and that like freedom. Or maybe it's like when you're 75 and you have this like calm and this like understanding of like the way the world works. I think it depends. But I think if something happens to you that completely like twists your personality and like gives you trauma, you can choose a version of yourself without that.
Yeah, like does trauma impact the soul? Because obviously on some level it does it. Like these things get attached to traumatic events.
Yeah. I would say it does affect the soul, which is why I think when you die, your soul would revert to like what it was purest, or when it felt the most complete and the most you.
This is a thinker. Mm-hmm. Back to the tamales.
Yeah, give me these tamales.
Ugh, I love tamales.
Wait, I have a question about this though, because we're talking about food.
Uh-oh.
Is this ghost going to be eating Marlboro Lights? I'm kind of confused what they're doing with this Marlboro. No, she's
going to be smoking them.
Oh, they're just smoking them. Okay. Everything else was food, and you were like, and they just eat them. And I'm like, they eat the cigarettes?
Well, no, and it's like also they smoke the essence.
Oh, okay. They smell it. They just inhale it.
Well, so speaking of smell, that's actually really important. What is interesting about Dia de Muertos is the role scent plays in attracting the dead. So the offerings are super aromatic. Tamales, mole, hot chocolate, mezcal, the marigolds all serve as these scented homing beacons to help spirits navigate back home to see you.
The cigarettes. They're like, that's my brand.
Yeah. They're like American spirits.
I'm going to show up for this.
I hope it's not closed. Those are disgusting. Whatever form you come back in, whether it's your 7-year-old self or 70-year-old self, I look forward to it because I will outlive you. What?
Fucking fighting words. I didn't know. I don't know, dude.
I'm going to be your grandpa. I'll be like, I never...
You have fainting spells.
I'm going to be like your grandpa. I'll be like, I never wanted to be here. The saddest sentence ever spoken. Oh, my poor old man.
I know. So sad.
So sad.
Well,
all right, back to happy food. Suppers and ofrendas aside. Sometimes being a good host can literally be a life or death situation. In mythology, there are many rules regarding feasting, hospitality, and the idea of strangers. In ancient Greece, hospitality wasn't just politeness, it was literally a cosmic law, and it had a name, Xenia. Have you heard of this bitch?
I haven't.
She's a concept. Xenia usually translates to guest friendship, and it was an institutional relationship based in generosity and gifts, both physical and immaterial. If you engaged in Xenia, you honored Zeus Xenia, who was the cosmic patron of strangers and guests. So it's literally like Zeus, but like his, I don't know.
His host side? Yeah.
His hosting personality.
Interesting.
Here are the rules of Xenia. Number 1, feed the guest before you ask their name.
Nah, dude. I gotta know your name. Before you
What are you
come
doing
into
in my
my house and eat my food?
Yeah. No, you can't.
How do I know to make food for you if I don't know your name? What if you're gluten-free? Do I know you're gluten-free? I don't know your name, though.
You can ask their intolerances.
Oh,
but you cannot ask their name
Interesting.
until you give them something.
All right. This sounds like how you get murdered.
Listen, I'm not condoning this.
Okay.
I am. I don't know. I want to go to heaven.
She's desperate for it now.
Okay. Number 2, provide shelter, washing, and comfort.
Okay, great.
Get naked in my house and use my shower. 3, give a parting gift, party favors.
Cute. Very cute. Good host.
And then 4, treat the stranger as potentially divine. And that last part is not just for kicks, because for the ancient Greeks, gods did disguise themselves as mortals to test that Xenia. If you remember from our werewolf episode, King Lycaon whiffed this test massively when he fed the king of gods human flesh. And to punish him, Zeus turned Lycaon and all of his more than 20 but less than 50 sons into wolves.
You're right. That one makes sense.
Yep.
And I mean, I think it would be different too back then, and like how houses were set up and how communities were set up. That's fine. If someone just walks off the street now into my LA apartment for dinner, I'd be like, tell me your name.
Yeah. Well, also, I have a couple questions. How'd you get past the gate?
How'd you get past the gate? Do you have a key? I don't know.
But this xenia didn't just extend to hosts, but also to guests. From The Stranger's Welcome by Steve Reese, he says, guests must be courteous to their hosts and not be a threat or burden, so they cannot murder you.
Okay.
It is simply in the xenia. Guests are expected to provide stories
and
gossip. News from the outside world. Yes, you must. It's very classic, like, what do you got? What's the word on the street?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But most importantly, guests are expected to reciprocate if their hosts ever call upon them in their home. So it is this, like, this give and take. If I give to you, you will give to me later.
Okay. I do like it more now that gossip's involved. It has swayed my opinion. If a stranger comes off the street to my Los Angeles apartment and I don't know their name, but they're demanding food, they better have something fucking important to tell me. Mm-hmm, you know? Just something sweet and nourishing for the soul.
They're like, hold on, let me in. You're never going to believe this.
Oh, come on in. Doors open.
Have some bread.
Yeah.
But there's another type of hospitality that we've covered before, and that's being hospitable to fairies and house spirits. So this is like season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Fairy culture has its own set of rules, and there's a lot of do's and don'ts. So do gift fairies appeasements of butter, cream, honey, milk, and sweetbreads. Don't give fairies anything red or salty. These are things that they hate, and they will punish you for it. So one time, I put out an offering of a mandarin orange wrapped in pink string to the tree behind the production facility at Robot Foundry. Have I told this story before?
I remember this. I don't know if you've told it on the podcast, but I remember this.
I put it out for like Ostara or something, so cute. And that spring, the tree became infested with white and green woolly caterpillars that would crawl from the tree into the studio, under the door, up the wall, on top of the ceiling, and drop with a massive and terrifying thwap onto me. And only me. Scaring the shit out of me. And then that summer, same year, the tree is struck by lightning and destroyed.
Damn, dude. You did that.
I did that. So I just want to extend this knowledge to you that I believe that pink may be a type of red.
I think pink is a type of red. I think you're right.
So don't be like me, but do offer hospitality to a wandering fairy or fairy adjacent creature. Not because you'll get anything, but because if you don't, you will probably get turned into a wart on somebody else's ass or something. Don't ever eat food from the other world. Food attaches you to people. This is kind of the ethos of a lot of this episode. And if you eat fairy food, you will be trapped in that world forever. And then you will have to be a fairy wife. I don't know what their penises look like, but I'm afraid to ask at this point. Fairy food, fairy money, it's all often very illusory. And so you'll never really know what kind of cow pie you'll be left with at the end of this. Do exercise the practice in correct portion. So I had not heard this before, but have you ever been served too little at dinner, or worse, preposterously too much?
Preposterously too much, you don't have to eat and you'll look rude. Too little, I went to a wedding. Speaking of too little, these weddings, there was one, it was pasta. It was like little ravioli guys. 4.
Oh, I remember this.
4 raviolis. And they were delicious. But 4? Aesthetic.
They wanted you to get drunk.
4. I know, crazy.
Was that it?
Yeah, that's why as a vegetarian vegan, you always eat as many hors d'oeuvres as possible because you do not know what this meal is actually going to be.
100%. And I always pack granola bars. This has been a saving grace. My purse, people are like, wow, that's like a pretty hefty purse for a wedding. What you got in there? I'm like, 100 Chewy bars.
Just in case you guys really fucking bone me.
And a fruit leather. I've been to weddings where I can't eat anything.
I know. It's preposterous. You're the guest. Bad xenia. Bad xenia.
Bad xenia, some would say.
Mm-hmm.
So This is interesting. Folklorist Catherine Briggs noted in her book, The Encyclopedia of Fairies, that fairies hate excess and prefer simple fare. This idea that there's these over-generous gifts could be interpreted as an insult or an attempt to buy their favors, which fairies resent. Like, they don't want you to love bomb them. They don't want you to suck up. They do want little cookies.
Yeah. I mean, we all want little cookies. Get in line.
So we're talking like a bit of butter, a small cake, right? Don't skip on it, but like a dollop. A dollop will do ya.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, don't thank the fairies. And this might seem counterintuitive. Yeah, that's a face I made when I read this. It feels very uncomfortable, to me at least.
Mm-hmm.
But in some traditions, thanking implies superiority or suggests that someone is a servant. So Catherine spoke about this in her book as if it were like unlucky to thank brownies or fairies. But W.Y. Evans Wentz helped me understand this better. So he said, one must leave a little milk or bread without speaking over much of it. For speaking of the good deed is like boasting, and the good people dislike boasting. So it's like, oh, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, boy. That kind of stuff.
Interesting.
Right?
I mean, it's just a whole different culture, you know?
100%.
Like, maybe I don't understand it, but they obviously got something going on.
If I know the rules, I'm going to follow them.
Exactly. We're the guests.
I have good xenia.
We have great Xenia. And speaking of someone else whose Xenia is... we're going to talk about Baba Yaga.
Oh, Baba, get in here.
Baba, I'ma eat ya. Baba Yaga absolutely had a relationship with feasting, but not in this warm, communal fairy tale sense. Her feasts were closer to traps. where
No.
food becomes a negotiation between life and death.
Ugh.
In Slavic folklore, Baba Yaga is the terrifying forest witch who lives in a hut on chicken legs. We know this, right? She flies in a mortar and pestle and devours those who fail her tasks. That's important. But she is also the keeper of ancient knowledge, the guardian of thresholds, and the one who controls the hearth. In many stories, the hearth is literally the heart of life, magic, and transformation. It's the flame that cooks the food that keeps us alive. It's a
There's
big
the
deal.
Calcifer.
It's a big deal, metaphorically. Eating in Baba Yaga's house is equal parts sacred and, unfortunately for you, very fucking dangerous. When visitors stumble into Baba Yaga's domain, usually desperate, lost, or seeking help, she nearly always offers food. But the meal is never just a meal. It's a ritualized encounter. If a hero eats her food without earning it, they bind themselves to her, becoming weak or spiritually vulnerable. If they refuse the food outright, well, now they've insulted her, and they risk being eaten themselves.
I gobble you up too.
It's just rude. The only safe option is to complete the impossible tasks she assigns. And these tasks are no laughing matter. Baba Yaga will tell you to clean the house, sort the poppy seeds from the dirt, wash the linens. Basically, she's just asking you to contribute to her house, and she's being such a gracious host.
Like, wash the dishes, put them in the dishwasher, turn it on.
But she will probably get mad at you for doing the dishes in the dishwasher wrong. Like, absolutely. Like, that is probably the ultimate test of all of this.
Well, to be honest, people are loading these things incorrectly.
That is so true. I've seen relationships break over this. Like, this shit's a big deal.
We should, honestly, the magic of keeping a marriage together when a man sorts it from the front. Plates on top? Are you stupid? Vile. I'm on Baba's side.
Yeah. In some tales, the food she prepares is hearty. Bread, stew, porridge, roast meat. But more often, what's described is the threat of being cooked. Baba Yaga is frequently shown heating her oven, sharpening her teeth, or preparing her cauldron, implying that the feast she's most known for is the feast she makes of you. The oven itself is symbolic. In Slavic mythology, to pass through fire or the oven is to undergo transformation, death, and rebirth. Very Pluto energy here. Heroes who survive her hospitality emerge changed forever, wiser and magically protected. And good Xenia, now that I know what that word is. Great Xenia.
Yeah. Big Xenia energy.
Mm-hmm. So while Baba Yaga doesn't host elaborate, joyous feasts like a goddess of the harvest, she presides over the most primal version of feasting, the line between consuming and being consumed.
There's a thin line, and I'm horny for it.
To eat at her table is to face the oldest truth of folklore, that nourishment always comes with a price. And those who fail to respect the witch of the deep woods, well, you may get eaten.
That's just how the cookie crumbles, guys.
That's just another day in paradise. But do you know who else likes to eat?
Who?
Other motherfucking witches. Me.
What?
I love to feast. Yes. As early as the 1300s, there were rumors about witches feasting with the devil. And baby, it was a soiree.
It was a gala.
Mm-hmm. A ball. We're having a ball. While everyone was barely getting by due to starvation and the bubonic plague and being attacked by neighboring countries and, just dying young.
Oh, no.
This idea took hold that if you easily sold your soul to the devil, then you're cursed. But he must be treating you right.
Mm-hmm.
Demonology writers believe that witches had inverted religious practices. So while Christians are starving, witches are feasting. These feasts also came up during the Inquisition, where people were tortured to confess to crimes that didn't exist. So from the leading questions of inquisitors, people under duress admitted to these lavish feasts thrown by the devil himself. And these grand feasts with the devil have inspired the seasonal sabbat traditions that witches look forward to today with the solstices and harvest festivals. Because witches like to eat.
We're hungry.
But listen, this party with the devil, this is the dinner party you want an invite to.
Ugh.
But since we can't go back in time, nor do we want to, let me take you through Alicia's feast with the devil.
Oh my God, what's on the docket?
Oh my
Tell me
gosh.
the menu.
Okay, well first, the location of a great feast is everything. And for a witch, we've got a lot of options. Mountaintops, desecrated churches, caves, forest clearings, crossroads, or even an abandoned barn. For my feast, I'm going to choose a forest clearing. It seems very classic, very traditional, and maybe if we have enough fun, we'll all strip down and dance in the moonlight.
I love that. A little soft landing pad of clovers, perhaps.
Oof, it sounds divine. Now, how are you arriving to my feast? Classically, you can do a broomstick, ride an animal or a demon, fall asleep and astral project your way over here. Or, if you're daddy's favorite, you can ride the devil himself over to my party.
Do you know I have to ride that MTA?
She's on the subway. She's like, how the fuck do I get out of New York?
Yeah. And I'm like trying so hard not to get on that subway take show. I'm just like, keep that glasses man away from me. He's like 100% disagree.
100%. Some demonologists believe that the party wasn't actually a party, but more of an illusion or a dream, which is why astral projecting over may be an option. But come on over to my clearing in the forest. We're having a party. And I know planning a wedding, there's one thing above all else that matters with a good party. This is the food.
The food.
We have roasted meats for historical accuracy, not because I eat meat, exotic fruits, spiced wine, cakes, pastries, mead. The theme is gluttony. There's more food than you could ever desire. If you are a fairy, you are very unhappy with this.
No, I can't put all this on one plate.
But this ain't for you. This is for the witches. Many accounts say that the food would actually turn to ash or dirt or even rotting meat so that the food itself was an illusion. Mm-hmm. Or it could go in a very different direction and we could be eating unbaptized babies or the flesh of criminals. All this feels very MAGA, actually.
Yes.
Salads with poisonous herbs, snakes, toads, rats, or even black bread soaked in blood. This was the sensationalized view of the witches' feast that the Inquisitors like to perpetuate. But I'm a great host, so whatever food you want, we got it for you, baby. Come on over.
Oh, yay.
Now, food is number one priority. But as I was telling you, Tara, I think a feast is made up of food and company. So second is the guest list.
Oh, who we inviting?
I know. Who you invite to a party will make or break the party. This is one of the biggest decisions you can make. Or it could cause some fun drama. You know, we'll see what happens.
The seating chart
chart. Oh, it's important.
Diabolical.
Mm-hmm. At the head of the table is the devil, of course. We then have to invite the demons. They're always such a joy. Then there's your other witches. I know. But we have to invite them. We can't just be Daddy's favorite. He wants everyone here.
Gross.
Then we have the spirits of the dead. And this isn't for your grandmama. We're looking for unbaptized or restless souls. Unless that does describe your grandmama, then she is invited. Come on over.
That's going to be me.
Oh, there she goes. Now, every good feast has a structure. We'll begin our feast by denying God and the saints. As you do with every meal you eat, bless us, devil, in these thy gifts. Amen. Let's make sure your name is written in the devil's book. We got to keep the guest book on track, locked down. Everything's got to be seamless.
Got to put your name into that little group Venmo so we make sure you're
And
all
the
paying the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be asking for you to pay for some of this later. If you haven't yet been branded with the devil's mark, you should get a devil's mark. Like, you're at his table. It's really, like, that's the price of entry. And in some kinkier parties, you gotta kiss the devil's anus. Specifically, yes, his anus. Devil Daddy walks around butt first and makes sure each attendee kisses the booty. And I guess we're really getting in there with these kisses since he wants it up in there.
And it's called brown nose for a reason.
It is his party,
The devil does not wipe.
I don't know. You wrote him here. Then either before or after, you will dance. Why'd you laugh?
You will dance. Oh, you can really dance.
The demons will pick up their strange instruments and play a tune, and you will dance like no one is watching. And after we've danced and feasted, there will be a post-feast activity like crafting curses or flying lessons, divination, or just an old school orgy. Magic or sex, take your pick. Or magic and sex.
Why not both?
Which I gotta say, the structure of a devil's feast party is kind of similar to the structure of a wedding. So I'm gonna take some notes from this. Although I don't know who would be the devil in this case. Who's kissing? Am I the devil?
Is it not you guys collectively?
Will everyone kiss my butt?
I mean, I'll kiss him. Listen,
if you can get in that dress, you can do whatever you want. Good luck.
I know how that dress is put together. I can rip out that panel and I can get in there.
Tara's the only one who knows how this dress works. And each culture had their own little twist on the devil's feast. Some say the devil actually sat under the table, not at the head. I don't know why he's doing that. He's just like sitting on the floor. It's kind of silly.
He's tying all your shoes together.
Really oh my God, that'd be such a good prank.
He's doing little pranks. He's putting little fireworks in your kids.
In Hungarian lore, the devil made everyone drink from the same horn cup, which was a parody of the communion cup because, you know, the inverted religion that's going on.
Mm-hmm. I know rugby bitches that do that too.
just on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
In Scandinavian lore, the devil sometimes arrived late, forcing witches to start cooking themselves. Which, I mean, it's his party, so if anyone can arrive late, he can. I did once go to a wedding where the couple arrived 45 minutes late, and that was kind of annoying.
Ew, yeah, that sucks.
I was like, is it going to start?
Yeah.
You're just sitting there, you know?
Are you having a fight? What, traffic? What was it?
I don't know. They're just always late. And the French often said that the leftovers of the feast were fed to the familiars, giving them a scrap just like a white woman who loves her dog at Thanksgiving. Just the same concept.
She loves mashed potatoes.
Henry loves it. It's his favorite. But you don't need to live in a time of witch panic and no indoor plumbing to have your own witch feast. Invite some people over and let's feast. You can always use kitchen witchery with your big dinners. So, just as a reminder, because this was season 1 stuff, kitchen witchery is the belief that cooking itself is a form of magic. Instead of thinking of spells as something that must be cast in a circle with incense and candles, kitchen witches work their magic over the stove, at the cutting board, or while kneading dough. Every ingredient carries a symbolic meaning or energetic correspondence, and the act of preparing a meal becomes a way to weave intention directly into the food. This promotes the idea that nourishment is sacred. Like we said, food is life. When you cook for someone, you're not just feeding them, you're caring for them, you're warming them, you're protecting them, or you're comforting them. Witches take that everyday domestic action and elevate it into spellcraft. Basil isn't just a tasty herb. It's a plant associated with prosperity. Garlic isn't just for flavor. It has a long folkloric history as a protective agent. Plus, it gets you out of accidentally kissing vampires and just men you shouldn't be kissing. God bless garlic.
Yeah. If a man really wants to kiss you, he will do it.
Oh, you're saying the garlic's not going to stop him. Well, it'll stop a vampire, I guess.
It'll stop a vampire and a bad man, but a good man that does want to kiss you
will still kiss you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you've been at the Chili's eating the garlic knots or not.
Delicious. Honey sweetens energy. Cinnamon sparks passion. Rosemary purifies. Choosing which ingredients go into a dish becomes a deliberate act of shaping the outcome you want, whether that's more love in the home, a sense of grounding, or protection from negativity. And intention setting with your meal plays a major role. A kitchen witch might stir soup clockwise while focusing on growth and abundance, or knead bread while thinking of stability and strength. Even the atmosphere of the kitchen becomes part of the spell. Lighting a candle for clarity, playing music to raise the energy, or opening a window to let stale energy rise and fresh energy flow in. Actions as simple as washing vegetables or sharpening a knife can be done with awareness and purpose. The mundane motions of cooking become ritual gestures. And because food holds memory and emotion, meals often function as offerings to ancestors, to household spirits, or simply to the people you love. Baking someone's favorite cake becomes a charm of affection. Preparing a comforting meal during a stressful time becomes a spell for healing. Even leftovers can hold meaning if shared with gratitude. Kitchen witchery fits naturally into ancient and modern feasting traditions. A meal cooked with magical intent becomes more than just dinner. It's a celebration, a ritual, a grounding practice, and sometimes just a communal spell. When witches gather for sabbats or seasonal holidays, the potluck table becomes an altar of flavors, with each dish, including Terra's vegan dish, carrying its own small enchantment. You might not know what it is, but she made it with love.
It will be an unintentional butt spell. So what?
It's fine. It's still good for you. Bread might be baked with sigils carved into the crust. A stew might simmer with herbs chosen for protection. And these desserts might be infused with love, joy, or abundance. Together, these dishes form a modern version of the witch's feast. So the next time you invite someone over, whether it's for Thanksgiving or the Sabbat or just a casual meal between friends, implement some kitchen witchery into your feast.
That's so sweet.
I know.
I love witches.
We can all just do witchcraft together all the time.
Oh, magic is like the energy and love between us, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful.
Okay, well, last thing I want to talk about, which is less beautiful.
Oh no.
Is the feast at the end of the world.
Oh, that sounds fun. Okay.
So across cultures, the end of the world, perhaps it's fire, perhaps it's flood, perhaps it's famine, and perhaps it's a feast.
Ooh.
The logic behind this is that what is eaten is destroyed. What is digested is transformed into poop, I guess.
Okay.
And what is transformed is reborn into living poop, I guess.
Okay.
So I have two very specific myths that I want to talk about. The first one is Ragnarok.
Great, let's do it.
End of the world in Norse mythology. So after Ragnarok, the few surviving gods gather at Idavol, and there are several narrative hints in the literature that suggest that they hold a feast. So it says that the earth rises again from the sea, green and fresh. That grain grows without sowing, and Balder returns, and the gods sit together in the golden hall. Okay? I don't know who any of these people are.
No.
That's not the point. The point is that they're hungry.
Mm-hmm.
So while the texts don't describe specific dishes, scholars will often describe this as a banquet, specifically a renewal banquet. In the version of, I'm going to say this, Einargard,
Sure.
that's how I've heard it pronounced. In the inversion of Einargard's constant battle feasting in Valhalla. So it's like in the afterlife, the great warriors, they're always fighting and feasting and drinking mead and fighting again.
Mm-hmm.
But after Ragnarok, they all come together to have this golden renewal feast in the Golden Hall. And what's interesting about Norse mythology is that they are kind of obsessed with eating shit.
Oh, okay.
So the cow Audhumla licks the first ancestors out of the ice. So that's like kind of like an eating and creating life. Ymir is butchered and then eaten by creation itself.
Oh my gosh.
And then Fenrir eats and swallows Odin.
They do like eating stuff.
They like to eat shit. And then in contrast, Zoroastrianism has a belief that in a coming together and slaughtering and feasting at the end of the world. So we haven't covered Zoroastrianism much because I'm really unfamiliar with it.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I find it a little hard to access. But there is this concept of a final feast, also known as the final Saushiat. I hope I'm saying that right. And I apologize to everyone and God himself. But it comes from the Pahlavi. So the quote is literally, "The Saushiat will cause the ox Hadhyans to be killed, and from its fat and the juice of the white halma, he will prepare the immortality-giving drink. And when all men drink of it, they become deathless and undecaying forever."
Oh.
So halma is a sacred plant that exists in the world, but it's also the sacred drink made from that plant. Hadhyans is a sacred mythical bull that is so big, he can straddle mountains and seas.
Oh.
And at the end of the world, or rather at the end of man's mortality, they come together for what is basically a toast to the end of being haunted by death, which got me thinking about something that we didn't talk about in this episode, which is the art of a good toast.
Oh.
So I want to make one with you.
Oh my gosh, let's have a toast.
Let's have a toast. Okay, hold on. Let me get my water bottle.
I got my water. Look at us. Remember when we first started making this and we were drinking wine? Like this podcast?
Yeah.
And now we are over here only drinking water.
Well, we're 34 and dehydrated and dry. My skin is so dry, I put Aquaphor on every night.
Oh, I mean, maybe you're 34. I don't know about that. Okay.
I'm 29.
I don't know. Accusations over here.
Okay, all right. I'm going to make a toast.
Okay.
Alicia, to you and all the baby witches and your eternal youth and
Thank
your
you.
beautiful seasoning that you give to my life,
The garlic.
being spicy and sweet. And to all of the beautiful and amazing creative ventures that we have in front of us, and to everyone on the Patreon and everyone in the Discord who I love so much and appreciate so much. To you, I love you.
To you. I love you. Cheers.
Cheers. Tink.
Tink. Aw, that was beautiful. I didn't know there would be a toast.
I know. I've been thinking a lot about toasts. I got a speech to give in a year.
Oof, yikes. Not envious of you. But you know who I am envious of?
Is it envy or is it jealousy?
Are they one and the same? Is this a semantics fight?
No, I do think you're right, actually. I don't know. Envy is sinful and jealousy is childish in my head.
I think I'm right. Just whispering it to the people.
I think you are
I
right.
think I'm right. But anyway, do you want to blow
jealous
up
of our
another
confidence.
segue? Mine.
I apologize. You can delete it.
No. That's funny.
Tell me, Alicia.
I mean, now that we've heard something and I'm right, we're probably going to keep it, you know? Just that's kind of the way the cookie crumbles. But we would like to thank the person who will make sure I'm right always, Marcel Perez, our creative producer, Mallory Jordan, our creative director, and Kevin MacLeod, whose music we use in the intro and the outro of each episode because bop, 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 is still a vibe. What, 7 years later? It's so good.
Crazy. About to enter season 8 and we still playing that same track.
Oof. It's a good one, though.
You know who I'd also like to thank, and I'm not jealous of because I've done it already, but I'd love to do it again, is anyone who's written us an Apple Podcast review or subscribed to any of our channels on Spotify, Baby Witches, wherever you're getting your podcasts. You need to let people know that this is a good one. There's so many bad ones.
There's so many bad ones.
We're one of the good guys.
That's so true. And if you want to find me, Alicia, I'm on Instagram, Alicia.Herder. If you want to find Terra,
you can find me on Instagram at Her Lovely Face. It's my art Instagram. I'm posting a lot of memes these days because I'm avoiding work.
She is. But the memes are funny, so that's what counts. And if you want to follow our producer, Marcel, he's on Instagram at Hey Marcel Perez. The podcast is on Instagram at WitchYes. Share an episode in your stories. Tag us. We'll feature you in our stories. And we have this Hop-In Discord server that if you go to the show notes, you can join a whole community of witches that will love and support you. And maybe you can feast with them.
And Baby Witches, one final plea for today. I'll come back tomorrow and I'll plea again. You should join our Patreon. I don't mean to evangelize, but for $5, Patreon witches get access to 2 extra episodes a month. They get a whole back catalog. It's an ever-growing sort of crypt/treasure trove/
evergreen
filing system of just weird knowledge that like you're not going to find anywhere else. And there's a lot of episodes where I'm like, we've really had to dig deep to find info on this stuff.
Very true.
So head over there. It's $5. Buy one for yourself, buy one for your friend, buy one for a month, eat it all, and throw it away. I don't care. Just listen. We work so hard on them. I think you'll like it. Yeah. The link is in our show notes, or you can go to www.patreon.com/witches. We've made it so easy.
I love that. And I love you.
I love you. I don't want to go.
We'll just stay forever.
Yeah. I guess that means that this has been
WitchYes.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good holiday.
See you soon. Eat lots of food. Take Pepto.